OITPC. Joshua Stewart. Without a pipe at the moment. So, today, it's the afternoon of Saturday, January 11th. I quit pipe smoking last Sunday, the January 5th. So just to give you a little background, what made this all happen was, I guess it started at church, and we were challenged with the new year, and it was not a legalistic obligation or anything, but we were challenged to do a week of prayer and fasting. And the fasting could be whatever we wanted it to be. I mean, that was basically our own decision on what we were going to do. And the first thing that popped into my mind was the pipe. And talked with the wife and kids a little bit about what they were giving up and for the week. And my wife was giving up soda pop. We call it pop around here, but sodas, um, carbonated beverages, particularly Dr. Pepper, which Paladin, I'm sure, would agree that might be a challenge. And say pipe smoking was the first thing that popped into my head, and that's what everybody else thought I should do too. So so my last pipe was Sunday night. I think I actually may have made a video of it, and I gave everybody a warning that I probably wouldn't be making a video during the week, which I mean that was part of it. And then as part of this whole thing, the church, they were open. The pastor was there from I think 8 a.m. to midnight every day all week, so give him credit for that. And they would kind of encourage people to just come in for an hour or two or whatever in the evenings as the church was open. So we did that a few evenings, and I gotta say, overall, it was a good experience. And I had some concerns if I'd become or developed an addiction to the nicotine end of the pipe smoking side of the equation, but I gotta say, it really wasn't that difficult. Um, I didn't really have any nicotine withdrawal symptoms to speak of. Um, the hardest part for me was just the change in routine, because I would usually come in the shop here at the end of the evening and have a bowl or two, and I'd been doing that for a year and a half, something like that. So it was the change in routine was harder for me than than not getting a nicotine fix or whatever. So, but I guess with all that said and done, last night after, because the pastor only requested us to do this fast from Monday through Friday, and then he said at midnight when we're shutting things down at the church, whoever wants to go, we're going to go to a 24-hour restaurant and break the fast, because a lot of people were doing food related fasts. And so midnight came, and there was, well, actually the youth in our church is really kind of exploding, the youth group. And so there was but well over a dozen of the youth that came with us at midnight. And then there was, I think, seven or eight adults that went. So the adults got one table at a restaurant, and all the kids were at another. And these kids were probably from ages, I don't know, I think the youngest ones were maybe about 12 or 13 on up to, well, they're part of the youth group, but the leaders that are in their probably early to mid 20s, they were at the other table. And of course, as you can imagine, high schoolers that are kind of a little bit sleep deprived, their energy level it wasn't low like it was with the adults. So they were a little loud, but not unruly, and they were having fun, and we just had some good conversations. And when I earlier in the week, when I mentioned I didn't even actually mention to the pastor. My wife mentioned to him when we were visiting one evening for a little bit that or when he said that we're going to go at midnight and break our fast. I said, well, I won't be able to do that because if I break my fast in a public restaurant, I'll probably be escorted out of the building or get a citation of some sort. And he just looked at me with a confused look. And then my wife said, he quit smoking his pipe. And he laughed and laughed and laughed. Thought that was kind of funny. So, but he encouraged me to, when we go to the restaurant to break the fast, bring the pipe with, don't light it up, but just kind of bring it with as symbolic. So I did, and I brought a tin of Capstan Blue. It's probably one of my top 10s. Figured that'd be a good one to break the fast with. But I didn't pack a pipe, and obviously couldn't smoke it there, but came home, and it was like 2 a.m. by the time we got home. So I didn't feel like having anything at the time. So that brings us to now. Oh, we are 8 minutes into the video already. So I get to light up my pipe again. I do have it packed with the Capstan Blue. Full disclosure, I did cheat a little bit and put a char light on here right before I hit record, so. Capstan Blue is pretty decent stuff. So with that too, that when I was fasting from the pipe, part of the routine when I was fasting from the pipe would be, or when I would smoke a pipe, is I would watch some of you guys' videos. So I haven't seen anybody's videos all week, so might be playing a little catch up this weekend to find out everything that's going on. So yeah, Capstan Blue, is that still made in Denmark? But I think it was very popular in England and UK back in the day, maybe still today even. So I kind of got a little bit of a England UK thing going. I got my Hardcastle. This thing seems to smoke English, or not English, Virginia blends pretty well. Yeah. And I think I mentioned in a video a few months ago that, kind of trying to narrow down what to deep cellar. And at that time, I'd considered the Capstan Blue and the HH Pure Virginia basically equal. So at that time, I decided that, well, I'll probably plan on deep cellaring the HH Pure Virginia just because it's probably a little bit more modestly priced. And I didn't really expect that STG would discontinue the HH line, so I guess that plan is out the door. But I guess at least they're still making Capstan Blue. But also, as I've mentioned in other videos, I'm finding some of the HU blends are kind of hitting the spot, so I'm not as disappointing as it is. We'll manage. Kind of have been keeping an eye on a couple of websites just in case there's some ridiculous sale or something that comes up on something that I like, but haven't jumped on anything lately. But maybe I'll talk just a little bit more about what I feel everything went through as far as not having a pipe for a week, and really not much. I mean, like I said early on here, didn't really notice anything as far as a physical nicotine withdrawal. The hardest part was just changing the routine. And is one thing that I was kind of expecting to change that didn't is, it seems like ever since I've started on the pipe, I've had just a touch of like numbness. Numbness isn't even the right word, but a different feeling on the tip of my tongue, which early on I attributed it to, puffing on aromatics too hard and getting tongue bite and stuff. But I was expecting that feeling to disappear by about the third or fourth day, and that little bit of, you say numbness isn't the right word, but a different feeling on the tip of my tongue was still there, which that was kind of interesting. So it'll take more than 5 days away from a pipe to get rid of that, I suppose. And I was going to pull up on my phone on the, I don't know if it was FDA website or Department of Health or whatever it was, that had all the symptoms of nicotine withdrawal, and I can't say I had really any of them. So I'd be curious if any of you guys, if you've stepped away from a pipe for a week, if you're in a routine of, like I say, for me, typically 1 to 2 bowls a day. usually in the evening. If you guys have backed off for any length of time, what did you notice for any withdrawal symptoms? But kind of the more I experience this, and um, I guess another benefit of the pipe smoking is in my first year, I lost I think just shy of 10 pounds. So I guess there's that too. But the real test will maybe be see after 2 years if I've stayed where I'm at, or actually lost a few more, or gained back. And just normal to fluctuate a couple pounds day to day. So I suppose if I happen to be on the high end that a year ago and low end of the day-to-day fluctuations, that would cover a portion of that nearly 10 pounds. But so I guess a question could be, do I regret quitting the pipe for a week? No. I think the whole experience and the reason behind it was all well worth it, and I learned some about the addictive nature of pipe tobacco, or the lack of it. Now, I should put the caveat in here. It might just be me too. Maybe my body doesn't respond to nicotine in an addictive way. Just like some people like some blends and some like others. And everybody's different. So now my personality is a very addictive personality. If I find something I like, I become laser focused on it. Which the enjoying the pipe has kind of become that to some extent, but so but anyway, so yeah, it's middle of Saturday afternoon right now, January 11th. We'll get this video uploaded here probably this afternoon yet sometime, hopefully. And we'll be back with our regularly scheduled program on Tuesday with the codger and a corn cob and tobacco tin Tuesday. If not before. Who knows, I might decide to throw out another video tonight, or one tomorrow, or Monday, or who knows. So with that, I'll probably let you go, get this video uploaded, and maybe try to catch up on some of your videos while I got a little bit of time here. So with that, Joshua Stewart, Pipe Up North. Have a good day.